Our teachers and the work that we're sharing comes from a space of wanting to create a safe environment for people so that they can come in, they can feel safe and secure. Over time, it's not something that happens right away, but that they find within that safety and security the ground, but the capacity within themselves to deepen into, to go into difficult questions, to go into traumas.
Such as, please?
Such as sexual abuse, such as difficult relationships with parents, things that childhood traumas with parents. To go into current relationships that are difficult, that are painful, to go into insecurities and self-perceptions that are really based from a child perspective that we haven't gone through, we haven't deconditioned ourselves. So now there's a lot of sexual deconditioning that's happening, and this is very important for people. One of the benefits of being in a couple, for example, is that you can enter a Tantra workshop and you can work on these, you can learn how to work on some of these deep and dark questions together. And that takes a lot of trust and a lot of empathy and a lot of compassion between between the partners. But this is something that the work that we do and what we've learned from our teachers has allowed us to create an environment where people can find the ability and the depth and the will to do this work together and to stay together while doing it. So I think what's important about how Tantra is being practiced now, the groups that you hear about taking place all over the world, is that there's not a careful creation of space. Right? People enter and suddenly they're supposed to be getting naked, or they're supposed to be doing things that they're really not prepared for. Some people are prepared for, but many others are not, and they're getting re-traumatized because they haven't passed through the sort of sexual deconditioning that you really need to deepen into a tantric experience.
So in other words, it's important before people just start entering Tantra groups to have work with themselves a little bit. It's beautiful if they can have done their primal work. They have done some other groups, they have deepened, they have some meditation techniques. So they are a little bit, let's say, walked on the path. So in a sense, without want to kind of compare paths or people, you need to have progress a little bit in the path. So then you don't have the event of having newcomers just going into a Tantra group just to find someone or just to have their fantasies worked out, or like just want to hook up with someone, which is fine, but it's okay. We don't want to call that a Tantra workshop, right? We can call it something else. So the thing is, like, the last years Tantra becomes more and more famous, so it's like you find different branches, let's say, and it's under the name of Tantra many different things are happening. So in our work it's very important for us to have people that they have done some work with themselves and also continue to work with themselves. So it's like our teacher says that walking the Tantra path is like walking on the edge. And this is because we are working with sexual energy and we're working also with desire. And that could be something very tricky. Like the more conscious we are about what's happening to us, the more we expose our wounds and traumas, and the more we can transform. And then it has to do a lot with what intention someone is coming in a group, right? It's like, so that's why we want to attract the people that they really want to work deeper and more consciously with themselves. And by being more and more aware for our sexual energy, our desires, our conditionings, like removing the layers so we come closer to our essence and to our truth. And this is how also you can connect with someone else. Like this is how you can come and relate with someone that has a same intention like you. And this is a way of finding, someone like, it might be not your soulmate, but it might be a person that you can work with. Like you can, even if you're not lovers, if they're just friends meeting in the workshop or someone you meet, but you feel like you can commit to work with someone in a specific way, then that could be a way to work after the group.